Okay, picture this. You're a top executive at one of the biggest, most famous brands in the world. Your phone buzzes. You look down, and it's a message from your CEO. He needs your help with something big and, well, really urgent. In the world of high-stakes business, a single text can be the difference between $1 billion deal and a total disaster.
So this message, it pops up on the phone of a senior executive at Ferrari. But this wasn't just any message. Nope. This was the first move in what turned out to be one of the most sophisticated and, honestly, pretty scary cyber attacks of the year.
And when we talk about Ferrari, we're not talking about a small company here. We are talking about a $70 billion giant. So this wasn't some random email scam. This was a carefully planned heist aimed at a company where even a tiny mistake could mean a massive payday for the bad guys.
All right, let's set the scene. It's a pretty normal Tuesday morning, July 2024. A senior exec at Ferrari gets a couple of WhatsApp messages. He looks at the sender's name, and it's Benedetto Vigna, the CEO. The message itself, super secret, and you gotta act now.
You can just feel the urgency, right? A big acquisition, sign the NDA ASAP. I mean, the language itself felt kind of right. It's the kind of short, direct message a busy CEO might fire off. But while the words seemed okay, a few other things just felt off.
The executive spotted some red flags almost immediately. First off, the message came from an unknown number, not the one Vigna always uses. The profile picture, it just looked a little weird. And the pressure, the extreme urgency, felt like way too much. A little seed of doubt started to grow, and then the phone rang. And this is where the whole thing goes from just being suspicious to being downright terrifying. The text messages, yeah, they were weird. But a phone call, that takes it to a whole new level. Because the voice on the other end of the line, it wasn't just like the CEO's voice, it was his voice. Or at least, it sounded exactly like it.
So what was going on here? The scammers were using a technology called AI deepfake voice cloning. This software can literally just scrape audio from the internet, things like interviews on YouTube, company earnings calls, podcasts, and use that to create a perfect digital copy of someone's voice. And the really scary part is that this isn't some top secret spy tech anymore, it's actually available pretty widely. The executive was basically talking to a digital ghost. So on the call, the fake CEO lays out the whole story. There's this massive, top secret, billion-dollar deal happening. They need the executive to get things done, sign some papers, and most importantly, tell absolutely no one. The voice was perfect, the story sounded believable. Let's be honest, almost anyone would have fallen for this.
But that little seed of doubt was still there. Even with the perfect voice and the convincing story, the executive's intuition, that uniquely human firewall we all have, was just screaming that something wasn't right. The pressure, the secrecy, the weird phone number, it just wasn't adding up.
And this right here is the brilliant part. Instead of just going along with it, the executive did something so simple, something no AI could ever have prepared for. He asked a personal question. He brought up a book that the real Benedetto Vigna had recommended to him in a private conversation they'd had before.
And on the other end of the line, you guessed it, nothing, just dead silence. The scammer, with their perfect AI voice, was completely stumped. See, they could copy a voice, but they couldn't copy a memory. They couldn't fake a real human connection. And just like that, click. The call was over. The connection cut. This whole incredibly elaborate billion-dollar deepfake scam just completely collapsed. All because of one smart, simple question.
Okay, so Ferrari dodged a huge bullet, but the story sent a massive wake-up call across the entire business world. It makes you wonder, right? How do these scams even work? Let's peel back the curtain and look at the playbook these cybercriminals are using.
It's really a 5-step process. First, they do their homework. They study the company, who's in charge, how they talk. Then they clone the voice of someone important, using audio they find online. Step 3 is the approach. They don't go after the top person, but someone with enough power who might be a little too intimidated to question the CEO. Then comes step 4. They pile on the urgency and secrecy to make you panic and not double-check anything. And finally, the transfer. They push for the money or the signature and then vanish.
And listen, the Ferrari attempt is not a one-off thing. Not at all. A CEO in Hong Kong was tricked into wiring $25 million after a deepfake video call with who he thought was his CFO. A cybersecurity firm, a company that's supposed to be the expert on this, unknowingly hired a North Korean hacker who used a totally fake AI-generated headshot. This is the new reality of cybercrime.
So what can we all take away from this wild story? How do we protect ourselves now that we literally can't believe what we hear? Well, there's some really good advice we can pull from Ferrari's close call.
The lessons here are actually pretty simple, but they're incredibly powerful. First, that little gut feeling telling you to verify something, always trust it. Send a text to a number you know is right, or make a call. For your own team, think about creating a simple code word or a set of security questions. It can stop these scams cold. And remember, that intense feeling of urgency is a tactic. Real leaders don't usually demand huge, secret actions with zero verification. And the biggest lesson of all? AI can copy a voice, but it can't copy your shared experiences.
You know, when you really think about it, this story proves something amazing. When we're up against some of the most sophisticated AI out there, our best defense isn't another piece of software. It's our own intuition, our ability to think critically, and the strength of our real human connections.
And that kind of leaves us all with one final thought. The Ferrari executive had his question about a book. It was personal, it was simple, and it was impossible for an AI to fake. So, what's yours?